This is the word to go, y'all.
We always start this show with a little giggle, little hackle. But guys, a good cackle. Yes, I said hackle. Wrong choice of words. Wrong choice of words.
Doesn't matter.
But you guys, happy God Day.
Woo,
Don't
happy
forget, you guys.
GAWTV Day.
Yeah. Hello, guys, in the live chat. Don't forget to do us a flav. Put that likey with a thumbs up there.
For sure.
Yep. And don't forget, most important is subscribe. And just for, chats and giggles. Like that bell icon right there. Just right there.
That's right there. It makes it so easy for you.
Very loud.
Very easy. Yeah, very. Oh my gosh. And I'm drinking out my WrestleMania cup.
I see that. Oh man. That was a special gift to all of our amazing donors last year who took part of WrestleMania 2.
Yes.
And you guys, Lisa, I see your dress behind you. Very excited for WrestleMania 3, hosted by our amazing friend, Mick Foley. There's so many awesome auction items, ladies. I'm so excited. God bless Mick Foley. We're right around the corner from WrestleMania, and the donation items have been pouring in. It's been amazing. If you guys haven't heard about it yet, make sure you go to dresselmania.com. If you are in LA, it is the after party of all after parties, Saturday night 1 after WrestleMania. And if you're enjoying all of WrestleCon, well, guess what? It's in the same hotel as WrestleCon at Biltmore, right in the ballroom. Come join Lisa, Val, myself, and Mick Foley, along with all kinds of very special guests, surprise guests. And it's going to be fun. It's an amazing show, and it's all for Child Help. And you guys know how much I love Child Help. So it'd really be amazing if you could come out and support us. 100% of the proceeds is going back to Child Help and all the amazing work that they do. And we just want to have a great time. So it's going to be fun.
We do. Great time, great cause with great friends. And I'll tell you what, we've made it easier than ever that if you can't join us there live in Los Angeles, Hollywood, if you will, ladies, you can donate on dresselmania.com, and everything is in the description. Whether you're watching us here live on GAW TV's YouTube, whether you're watching on replay or you're watching on social media, we just want you to know that we want you to be a part of WrestleMania 3. We're going to Hollywood, so please donate what you can. Also, for those watching on YouTube, we want to let you know that we have YouTube memberships, you guys. If you want the real story, the full unedited, juicy versions of this show, yes, we give you about 30 minutes of the show, but the full enchilada, the full usually 45 minutes to an hour or so of the episodes are on YouTube memberships. We have bonus footage there. We have a lot of topics we discuss unfiltered that we do not discuss with the public. Oh, no, ma'am, we do not. We save that for YouTube membership. You best darn believe it. And or best darn believe it, as Pollo Del Mar would say. But yeah, that's where it's at. Yeah, you want to support us. You want to go to the store that's underneath. You also want to support us on YouTube memberships. Live chats, go to our top tier members, our gorgeous members. Oh. And speaking of gorgeous, I got to tell you guys, it's St. Patty's Day, by the way.
Yes.
We're all in our fanciest of greens here.
Listen, we don't want to get pinched. We don't want to get pinched. No.
Don't be pinching me.
Don't.
Because I'd be punching you. You know?
Yeah. Don't pinch. Did kids ever pinch you at school if you didn't wear green?
For sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Elementary school, though. Yeah. It's like levels, right? Like elementary school, it was more because, you weren't wearing green. And then middle school was an excuse kind of to pinch. And then high school certainly was an excuse to pinch.
Yeah. And guys,
it was weird. It was always at my nipples. I don't understand.
That's so weird. That's so odd.
What kind of you're just sitting there and you're like, yeah, I deserved it. I didn't wear green.
I purposely didn't wear green.
Purposely didn't wear green.
I gotta ask though, everyone in the live chat, because we have such a global audience here. We've got Thorsten from Germany, Mickey D from Australia, Tony from the New York, New Jersey area. We've got people from all over the place. Anthony from France. Tell us below in the live chat. Here's a little topic of conversation. Let us know, was that a thing? Because in the UK, I don't think it was a thing about wearing green to school and getting pinched. Maybe because they wear uniforms, I don't know. But in America, do you guys remember? It's like if you didn't have even one speck of green on, you getting pinched.
You're getting pinched. Don't come to school with no green on, or you're definitely getting pinched. You are going to be the butt of all the pinch jokes for the day.
Yeah,
for sure. For
Well, butt
sure. I don't
pinch
think
action.
you know what it is the UK, the English, they don't really like the Irish. They're not trying to celebrate them or
That's
their
what it
grammar.
is. I live here. I'm telling you, I don't. That's not even inaccurate. I totally get it. Totally agree. But I'll tell you what we do love. We love to have guests on this show that mean something to us. And I got to tell you, ladies, this is one that I have hoped would join the show for a long time. It's one of my personal Jesuses of the professional wrestling community. I'm dying. I'm going to mark out. I'm going to fangirl, as you guys know. But please welcome to the show. Give a happy top of the evening to our guest of honor tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, the legend, the icon, the beautiful, the vivacious Miss Missy Hyatt.
Woohoo!
Yes. Now, I'm just letting you know what I'm wearing. I've got some green on right here, my cockade. But this morning or this afternoon, my girlfriend had a talk about underpinnings for Civil War. You know what they wore underneath their foundation. So I'm in my chemise and my split drawers.
Wow!
She's
Oh
got
my
full
God!
nostalgia.
Oh my
God!
gosh.
My hair, my hair was bad. I didn't have the earrings on. I didn't have this much makeup on or anything, because it's Civil War. So I'm still wearing my chemise, but I got some green on.
You sure do. Well, welcome to the show. First of all, cheers. Thank you for being here. Happy St. Patty's. We do open the show by saying, what are you drinking? What are you wearing? And we know what you're wearing. You look gorgeous as always.
Thank you.
What are you imbibing on tonight, my dear? What's in that cup?
Moscow Mule.
Ooh, I love a mule.
Me too.
I love a mule.
Yeah, I love it. I keep ginger beer in the refrigerator just so I can make it, and it's Tito's vodka. So
yeah,
Tito's.
I'm having my Yeti cup. It keeps it nice and cold.
Love that.
Yes.
Love that.
Yes.
We love that. Lisa, I gotta have you go next because you're wearing green and you're also representing the Star Wars universe.
Well, you know what? I was like, I know I have a St. Patty's hat. And I was like, okay, let me just wear my Mandalorian jacket with my Grogu. And I'm wearing, I'm a pull a Mickey. I'm wearing green socks.
Yay!
Because I didn't know if I had, I don't really buy green very much, but I am wearing my St. Patty's hat, which I am going to take off because it's pushing my reading glasses too far down and I can't see the screen. I'm so blind. This is what comes with age, you guys. Warning, 275s. 275s are wearing.
Let me tell you, when I hit 50, everything started to go on me. My hearing, my sight, my back, my shoulder, my neck. I mean, I can go on and on and on and on and on. Yeah, so I'm telling you, it sucks getting old.
It does. It does. It does. And it creeps up on you. Like one day you're like, I can't get out of bed. I'm like, oh my God, I need to kind of give a little bit oof, oof, like an oof to get out of bed because I'm like, my back is so messed up.
If I didn't have my medication in the morning, I couldn't get out of bed. And then my girlfriend's always like, she'll say something to me. And I'm like, huh? She's like, turn your hearing aid up. I'm like, I'm not wearing hearing aids yet. I've been checked. I said I have normal hearing loss.
Yeah.
Don't set me
every
up.
time. And also too, Missy, every time I go to Costco, I see that hearing aid department. And I'm like, and they have really tiny hearing aids.
I know.
Where you can't even see it. So I'm like going, I'm going to invest in that someday.
That's okay.
Yeah. That's my next step, you guys.
I'm like, huh?
My goodie.
Oh, and I'm drinking just I add water to my boggle wine. You guys, I'm getting
good. I did a demo on that before.
Okay, you did?
Yeah. I do wine and liquor demos now.
Okay. Oh yeah, I've done that at the stores, right? Like you have I did that too for 2 months.
You did?
I did.
It's great money.
It was funny. It was fun though too. You get to mingle and talk about wine and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I get such bad heartburn now. There you go, over 50. That I have to add watered ice cubes to my wine.
Oh no.
Yeah, I know. They need to
They
need to make wine over 50.
Yeah. Vintage wine for vintage ladies. I think it's a good idea. But in all seriousness, even I, like, after like 35, I was like, well, I had this story with Missy, that like she would tell me about drinking like cheap vodka would give you a different hangover when you're like past 30 as opposed to like when you're 21 and like, oh, I'll just have whatever house vodka is. And she'd get this fancy stuff. And I was like, why? And then she goes, well, it's distilled and there's it's a more sophisticated way to drink. So there you go.
Yeah. You gotta have the
Amazing.
Tito's vodka because any other vodka just hurts my stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's from Texas. I love it. I'll go next. I want to go to Mickie last because then I want to know about her St. Patty's Day plans. But I will tell you, I'm drinking out of a GAW TV mug you can get in our store. A little bit of branding, grown ass women mug there. I am wearing bright, very subtle lime green pleather.
I love it.
Zara, and it's got shoulder pads. And I thought, okay, so I love like an 80s theme shoulder pad.
No, you know that's the new style.
Right?
Shoulder pads are in now.
They're so in.
in.
And you know who did shoulder pads? And I want to cry right now. And the Dynasty Boss Babe inspiration to look better than anybody. This girl right here, our guest of honor, Missy Hyatt, which she's a fashion icon. We'll get to that in a moment. Dying fangirling. Also a vintage necklace. I will tell you, because it's St. Patty's, I have an Irish whiskey shot that's real big. So I'm going to get real loose lip.
That's a big shot.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Drink it.
Yeah. Go.
Go. Oh God.
I also brought a whiskey down, not Irish. This is a Tennessee one, but I was inspired. Inspired.
Have you been drinking before the podcast?
It was inspired by the Irish because but yeah, mine's a salted caramel. Missy, I don't even think you understand how big of a fan Val is of you. I should let her tell you. She loves you so much.
I know. It's it makes me feel so good inside when somebody says, I read your book and I loved it. And she's even put out there, she's not scared to put out there that my book is her favorite book. And it just, when you get old and what do they say? Beauty fades, dumb is forever. But then when you have people that come up to you and say, oh, you did this, you did that, and it really makes you feel good. It really does.
It really
Can I say too, that was my first book I've ever read in wrestling.
What?
I was an OVW in developmental territory, and that was the first book I purchased, and my first book I've ever read for wrestling. And when I read it, and I was like going, "Whoa, this is a wild scene. What am I getting myself into?" Because I was very nerdy. I was very much of a recluse back then.
Well, this is back in the 80s when cocaine was good, and
That's when I heard that the whole saying in the Missy. That's the first time I heard the saying about Ric Flair, the quote.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to read the book to find out what we're talking about. So we can't. We're not going to spoil everything here on GAW TV. You guys have to go out and get the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go. I'm wearing a lovely sweater that I once wore for the Jimmy V Foundation when I was doing a golfing thing. And I thought it might be one of the only green things that I own.
Wow.
I don't own a ton of green things, but yeah. And then I even decorated the championship here with this little green streamer. I'm drinking lemonade, but out of my margarita glass because it has green at the bottom. Lemonade. But I have to drink. I was like, oh, I shouldn't really drink because I'm on medicine right now. I'm on medication because I hurt myself. I hurt my chest in one of my matches. And so, but that's okay. I still have a salted caramel whiskey shot just in case.
Yes, you do.
That sounds so good.
Yes, you do. Cheers to that.
Inspired by the Irish.
Oh God. So doing shows early in Southern California around 2002, they said, we need you to have a fancy name because they wanted me to have like a bratty, rich biatch kind of character, which of course I loved. And they said, okay, your name could be Valerie, something with a V. There was already a Victoria. Hello, Lisa. And they said, Valerie will work. And you could be, you could be Val and you're in SoCal, SoCalVal. I said, fine. But then when I started doing modeling and things, I thought I should have Valerie something, some sort of a name on the end. So I gave myself like a 3-barreled name. I thought, well, Valerie kind of sounds like Stephanie McMahon, who I loved and emulated. Elizabeth was a little homage to Miss Elizabeth, but really my last name, I thought it's got to be something as an homage to Missy Hyatt. And Missy Hyatt, for those taking score at home, for a lot of the kids that are new to, you know, classic, amazing, inspirational people in wrestling like Missy Hyatt, was Paris Hilton before Paris Hilton was a thing, was, you know, the hotel heiress gimmick, legitimately. So I thought, okay, Wyndham is a hotel chain. Hyatt is a hotel chain. So that's why I named myself Valerie Wyndham after you as an homage, because I loved everything you were about. So yeah.
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 That's so wild.
I just think you're amazing. And it is the whole Missy Hyatt character and thing, when I say a vibe or a mood, it just embodies all of the stuff that I wanted to be. Like, yes, it was a bratty character. Yes, she, you know, did things that was spoiled and got her own way, whatever, and that's all fun and games. But she really exuded a real confidence and strength and could hold her own with the boys and had her own signature style and was just amazing. So I just want to say cheers to you for inspiring me. And so many others.
Thank you. So much. You're going to make me cry.
I'm going to cry. I'm such a fangirl, but I can't help it.
I love that.
Yeah, I love it too.
I had to get that out of the way. I'm like, let me get out of the way and not like cry for the episode. Can you tell us about how that character came about and, you know, how, I mean, I've seen all the tapes. I love those early tapes of you, but I mean, how did it come to fruition, if you will?
I'm sorry, what?
So the character of Missy Hyatt, how did that come to fruition?
Well, you know, when we had a meeting with Fritz von Erich, and Fritz and Carrie and Kevin was in there, and they were trying to come up with a name for me because I was called Melissa, but I was called Missy growing up. And then when I got to high school, I didn't want to be Missy. I wanted to be Melissa. And so Johnny, because of being around my parents, would call me Missy because my parents called me Missy. And so when they were trying to come up with a name for me, I was coming up with stupid exotic names. I don't even remember what they were, but they weren't any good. And Johnny goes, "Oh, Missy, come on, come up with something." And then Fritz is like, "Missy, what's your last name?" And I said, "Hyatt." And he goes, "Missy Hyatt, use your real name." And I said, "Okay." And then they said, "You're going to be a rich socialite that whines and complains." And originally, John was supposed to be my son or my stepson. That I had married his father and he died on his wedding night. And then Johnny is his son. And then, you know, then I took him and made, you know, wanted to be a wrestler and he had to win belts for me and everything. But the first time that we were doing promos, the first time that we went to go do promos, they said John sounded like he was drunk when he talked. So they said, "Missy, you got to do the promos." I'm like, "What? I'm like, what?" Yeah. You know, and they're like, "Okay. So 1 minute, you know, you against Sunshine. If John loses, she gets 5 minutes in the ring with you. Okay, it's in Lubbock, Texas on whatever date. Go." And I just started whining and complaining. You know, "Johnny, you got to win the belt. Johnny, you got to do this. I want a belt. I want a champion. Blah 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 blah." You know, and I just whined and complained for a minute, and that's how it started. You know, they wanted me to be the opposite of the timid Miss Elizabeth. Right. And wanted me to be more of, you know, stronger woman. Aggressive. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's how it happened.
That resonated with me more, if I can say, and everyone, you know, we did like a Miss Elizabeth homage and honored her, and I hope I did.
Well, you know, let me tell you the story about Miss Elizabeth. I was originally supposed to be his valet because when Johnny and I moved to Texas, first off, when I was dating Jake Roberts, we were up one night late playing gin. We used to play gin rummy and do cocaine and talk wrestling. And we watched world class wrestling. And that was back when Sunshine and Precious was doing their thing. And I was like, "Jake, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. I want to be in wrestling." Like the first time I saw the Freebirds when I was 17 on TV, I knew that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be in wrestling. I didn't want to per se wrestle, but I knew I wanted to be in wrestling somehow. You know, because I'm too, you know, I'll break something if I try to wrestle. I'm not a good wrestler. And if anybody's ever seen the matches like with me and Dark Journey, they know I don't know what I'm doing in the ring. I've never been trained, nothing like that. But getting back to that, I sent my pictures out for world class and David Manning called me and then Baby Doll got it. And then when me and John moved to Texas from the Carolinas, I sent my photos to George Scott, who was the booker in WWF at the time.
And he called me. I guess he thought I was somebody. I think he thought I was Baby Doll or somebody else. I'm not sure because George was not all there. But he was like, "We want you to be Randy Papa's valet," and it was really Randy Savage. And when Randy found out he was getting a valet or a manager, he was like, he wanted his wife to do it because he was cheap with the money, and so he got his wife to do it instead. And then when David Manning and Ken Mantell, who was the booker, found out that WWE called the house for me, they were like, "Oh, we gotta get her to work." And so David Manning came up to me. I was with John at a show sitting backstage. He's like, "So when are you going to start working for us?" I'm like, "I don't know when." He's like, "This Friday at the Sportatorium, come, bring your purse, bring a purse and come."
The purse. Oh my God. Yes.
The loaded purse.
I had many a purse break on the independent scene trying to be Missy Hyatt. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it.
So funny.
Yeah.
I still have my Gucci purse.
Yeah.
I have my faux Gucci. I call it a Fucci purse that I was trying to make it look like yours. I wish I had a photo of it. I think it's at my mom's house. It's like a big, like over the top logoed Gucci.
Oh, I
bought
love
in
it.
Santee Alley, Los Angeles. Yeah.
Why is no one doing the loaded purse anymore? It's always
I know.
It always works.
I know.
It's
Always
great.
works.
You can put like brass knucks in there. You can put a chain in there, and pull stuff out and give them to the guy. I mean, the purse is the best gimmick in the world,
Absolutely.
I loved it.
Absolutely. And I want to say, Missy, I met you first at Bill Pillman's show. And when I was in OVW, this is when I was, I was super green. And
I'm not sure. I did all of them. I did all of them, because I loved Brian. I loved him. Me, Brian, and Steve Austin we're gonna like WWE that we were gonna do the Hollywood Blondes up there, but all of our contracts were at different times, and we couldn't get out of our contracts to go to WWE. So I missed that boat. I missed so many boats. you would not even imagine.
Everyone has stories like that. Yeah, everyone. Yeah. Like I've always figured I chalk it up to it's not meant to be.
Yeah, that's what I did too. I did too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what's meant to be is meant to be. I wouldn't be where I'm at now. I'm very lucky. I own my own home. I live in the Redneck Riviera, which is nice.
Hell yeah. Well, Missy, are you watching any current wrestling? I know the fans are going to be in the chat room asking.
Yeah, I love watching New Japan. I love New Japan. They're amazing. I love what is it? I like the Mexican stuff. I like AAA and any of the Japanese stuff gets me going. And then every once in a while, I'll put on AEW, just to see what's going on and everything.
Well, Mickie, I was going to say, I don't want to put Mickie on the spot, but I will say, we're talking about things that are near and dear to our hearts and, things that mean a lot to us. So we mentioned WrestleMania to you, Missy, before, and I would like to, Mickie, again, just put you on the spot, if you can explain a little bit to her. We had the first year, Missy, we had Girl Up, which was our charity of choice, and that was for female empowerment. The second year, we tried to honor our friend Daphne and do a great thing for mental health, and we raised awareness for that. This year, Mickie will tell you about the charity of choice. I know you picked out something to donate, but before we get there, can you explain, what the cause is and how it came about?
Okay. Well, this year we are doing 100% of the proceeds are going towards Child Help, which is childhelp.org. And I'm gonna have to send you some more information because I think that you would really, really love the foundation. But Sarah and Yvonne actually go back to which war was it? I think it was started in the 50s when they brought home all of these children from the war who had, they were mixed and they really had no place to go. They were kind of just left there. And so they brought them Operation Baby Drop, I think, and they picked all these kids up and brought them back to the United States. That's how Child Help was formed, but they, really serve as they are villages. There's one in San Bernardino. I think it's one out in California, the Merv Griffin Village. And then there's the Alice C. Tyler Village out in Virginia where these kids, they're from children of abuse and neglect situations who are come through the state or having trouble being fostered, but they're therapy centers. The Village Center in Virginia, which is how I found it, has an equine facility. It's on a 400-acre equine ranch, so the kids can get some equine therapy, but then the therapists are there, the teachers are there, their housing is there. It's just, Sarah and Yvonne are like, you would just love them. They're old Hollywood actresses that were also over there to kind of, and then it's just, they kind of started this way back then, and they've helped 10 million children since then, since the start of this thing. And the
That's
headquarters is in
amazing.
Phoenix. And I just love them so much. And I love that the work that they do, and it really goes below the radar because people don't talk about it, or it's that thing because it is children and they're protected. And so there's not a name to a number. It becomes a statistic to a lot of people. And they don't even realize, like, this foundation's been around for longer than a lot of, amazing charities that we've heard about, but you just don't, of all the great work that they do. So, they've been really special to me. I've been a celebrity ambassador for them for a long time now. And so it's cool to be able to give back to them. And they're very excited. Sarah actually called the other day and was like, thank you ladies so much. I mean, she's like in her late 80s, early 90s, like, thank you ladies so much for everything that y'all are doing. We're so excited. It's amazing.
Well, I'm so glad that I have something to give, because I don't have any of my ring worn stuff. I have nothing. Every time I would move, or every few months, I purge my closet and get rid of stuff, and I've thrown everything away. I have nothing. I have nothing.
You sound like Lisa.
That's me. Yeah. That's me. Me too.
I make these jackets. They're jean jackets with the Gucci scarves. And the back.
Wait a minute. Oh my God.
It's all hand sewn.
Oh my God, that's gorgeous.
This is the front. The pockets are done, and the collar, and then the cuffs are done.
Beautiful.
And it's all hand. I do it all hand sewn. And it's a clone Gucci scarf where I couldn't sell them for the price that I sell them at. And I even have, there's the tag in there. It says made by Missy Hyatt.
Or, amazing. Would you be okay if a fan wanted you to sign it or sign the inside or outside? Would you be able to do that?
Yeah, I can sign the inside. Yeah, I'll sign the inside. But it's extra large because it kind of fits like a large, but it's a cute jacket. So you're going to have to email me the address that I need to mail it to. And I'll send it right away.
Oh my God,
thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Somebody's gonna love that. I can't wait to have that in my closet. You
I
ladies.
was gonna say, I hope someone buys it.
Well, if you want one and you don't get it, then you can get one from me. I sell them. I'm working on one right now that I'm doing one right now. This one is the same because I can get about out of one Gucci scarf, I can get like maybe 3 to 4 jackets out of. So
wow.
In a way more personal.
I got one cuff done. I'm working on the other cuff right now. So
love it.
That's so
my
cute.
Goodness. Thank you so much.
Understand the connection. Can I just be a fan again? Is it the connection? Is it's a Missy Hyatt Gucci-esque jacket?
Yeah.
It had the Gucci purse and it was iconic.
Well, the thing is, I was in a shop in Boca Raton, and we were in this little boutique, and I saw the jackets, and they had the Louis Vuitton scarves just like this, and they wanted $400 for them. And I'm like, I can go on eBay or go to Plato's Closet and buy jean jackets for $15-25 or whatever. And I can get clone Gucci scarves for $25-30 and make them myself, because they weren't original scarves. They weren't in that boutique. They weren't doing it. And I sell mine for $150. So it's a lot less than $400, Yeah. It's all hand done. It's all hand sewn.
Amazing.
And the details are below. If you want to order your own jacket or also buy hers that's signed, you can go to WrestleMania.com.
For a great cause. Very, very well said, Lisa.
That's so kind. Thank you, Missy.
Hey, Lisa, what was that link? Was it, where can I go?
To WrestleMania.com or go to Missy Hyatt's. Her information's down below to get yours. But her special one that's made for WrestleMania.com is at DresselMania.com, baby.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, I will say, as we're
But
wrapping
I'll
this up,
sign the inside with a mark. I'll Sharpie the inside. I'll just put my name, Missy Hyatt, and the date. Is that
oh my
cool?
God, yes,
Beautiful.
please.
Absolutely.
And you know what we'll do? We'll let whoever actually wins the bid, we'll let them kind of say, maybe they want it to say to their name, whatever. We'll let them do
okay.
it.
We can do that.
That would be so nice of you if you don't mind. But because it is St. Patrick's Day, I will say, well, it's a couple days from now. How are you celebrating? How do you usually celebrate St. Patrick's Day, ladies? Let's go with Missy Hyatt first, and we'll go around the board. What's your perfect St. Patrick's Day celebration?
Well, when I lived in New York and dated a cop, they had the parade, and then they would go to the where the Intrepid's at, and they would have a big party, and they'd all get stinking drunk. So this is just FYI. If you're ever in New York City on St. Patrick's Day, you can run rampant and commit major felonies, and nothing's going to happen because all the cops are drunk.
Good
Or the
advice.
next day they're hungover, and they
This is a
fly
GAW
in.
TV exclusive piece of advice,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly.
Cheers to that.
And if you're in Chicago, they dye the river green, and then you get shit faced back. When I used to live in Chicago, but now I don't really celebrate very much. You guys go next. Yeah, I don't really celebrate very much. I'm a homebody. I'm a
Mickey?
homebody.
Me too.
I used to, I mean, let's face it, I love any reason to go and celebrate. I definitely like to partake, not so much in the green beer, but the redheaded sluts, Val.
What now?
Oh.
I love when you call me by that pet name you made for me, Mickey. I love that. I love any
it.
theme. I love a color theme. I love wearing green. I've always loved the Irish culture, been obsessed with like Irish history, and I just think it's beautiful. And the Celtic thing. Listen, I want to be in Riverdance. I'm not redheaded for just a stupid reason. I wanted to be Irish.
Yeah.
People. So
We all
I'm
get
excited.
really wasted and pretend like we can river dance.
Perfect.
At least in our high heels, at least once a year.
You know, who's going
Yeah.
to judge us at this point? You know, I invite everyone to be a little bit Irish this St. Patty's Day, and of course tonight's not
Everybody's
St. Patty's,
Irish
it's
on
coming
St.
up.
Patrick's Day.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
You have to wear a little bit of green. You don't want to get pinched. Actually, on this St.
Right.
Patrick's Day, I'll be flying to Scotland, which is not very Irish, but it's close enough. But all
Not.
I'm gonna say is, find your inner
Oh
Irish
no, I'm gonna miss you. You're going to Scotland, and I won't. Oh,
right before you
Oh.
go. I know.
I know.
But I will say cheers to you, ladies. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Missy, thank
Cheers.
you for being so
Yes,
amazing.
Missy.
And cheers to you. You're such a fun guest, and we love you.
thank
Cheers.
you,
Yes, we
Prost.
love you. We love you. Thanks for
Thank
the
you so
educational
much.
lesson.
Yes,
too.
you're welcome back anytime. Cheers, ladies.
I know. I
Yeah.
feel
Thank
so
you.
smart. I am so smart. SMART.
This is the word to go, yo.